The following video is sponsored by TCL. If you're looking for a native 1080p projector that has a good brightness, this is up to 600 ISO lumens, then look no further than the TCL Projector A1S. It is running Google TV, so that means you've got all your favorite streaming apps like Disney+, Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, YouTube. Now this model has built-in speakers. There's two of them. They're 8 watts each, so we get 16 watts of sound that is Dolby audio sound. Sounds very good and excellent bass as you hear later from my sample. The fan in this, because it is actively cooled, is quiet. It's around 30 decibels and it's just 2.59 kilos with a very nice portable design. And the top of it, this handle, means it's very easy to move about, and you can also use it, if you push it down, to prop up the projector. Now setup, very quick and easy because it has autofocus, auto keystone correction, and auto obstacle avoidance. So you simply just need to place it down and then have that image projected up against a wall, which it will correct and get the keystone and the focus perfect in a matter of seconds. And just what it is included. So we do get here a quick start guide. It's in various different languages. We get 2 AAA batteries for the remote, which is right here. You can see it's a standard style Google TV remote with dedicated buttons there for YouTube, Netflix, and Prime Video, which are the most popular, I would say, streaming services. And here we have a 120 watt power supply. It's a nice small size too. There is one other thing it does come with, and that is this. It ships out in this nice carry case that you can just use because it's already in there, packed in there, and you can store it away in this. So that's a nice little addition there from TCL. The A1S has a very nice compact design. I like it. It's good quality. The plastics, there's no sharp edges, does not feel cheap. And I love the fact that here at the top, this is our handle to move it about. So you can simply just lift that up, but it also acts and doubles to prop up the projector itself. So we have our TCL branding there. And looking at the front, here we have the native 1080p projection. So this is an LED projector. Now the bulb on this, good for 30,000 hours. It is fully sealed, and that is great. So this means that no dust is going to get in there. That's great for longevity with the optics and everything. Last thing you want is particles of dust in there, so it's not going to happen. And here you can see that there's a little camera. Now this is for the auto keystone correction, the auto focus, and we do have the obstacle avoidance too with that, and end screen, auto end screen. So there's a lot of auto features there. So you just move it about and it's going to then set up that image for you on the fly, and it's very quick to do so. I'll demonstrate that later in the video. So that is what is going to prop it up. There's a little bit of rubber here. We do have some rubber feet on the bottom, and you'll see there is a tripod mounting point. So this is also good to have. So you're able to mount it. You've got various different options there. Now there is no built-in battery with this. So if you unplug it, then it's going to turn off straight away there. And if I just angle this at the back, you will see here a part of the speakers. So this is a membrane. There's in fact 3 of them. And the bass on this, really quite good. So we've got with the bass output a very low frequency of 75 hertz, and it really puts out some punchy bass. It's surprising. You'll hear later from my sample that I wasn't expecting it. Now the sound chambers in there, they are 400 cc's, so they're nice and large, and that really does aid to the bass. So you got our power in right here. We have HDMI, does support 4K, but that image output is going to be that native 1080p at that 600 ISO lumens that I mentioned there in the intro. This is our infrared and a USB type A and audio jack right there, 3.5 millimeter. It is actively cooled, so you will hear the fan, but it is really quiet in this unit. The top part also does hide this, which is some touch controls. They're backlit and it eventually times out, but you don't even need the remote if you have the projector right next to you, where you can control it all just from this little touch panel. So this is my setup right here. I've got the A1S in front of a 120-inch ALR projector screen. Now this screen is going to improve the performance of it, and currently I'm projecting at approximately 90 inches. However, you can project all the way up to 150 inches if you have the room for that. Now, I think one of the best features is the fact that we have the auto keystone correction and autofocus. I'll demonstrate that now. So imagine I set the projector down, the sensors detect that it has been moved, and you'll see, there we go. What it's doing is now autofocusing and adjusting the keystone is the second thing it follows up on, and done. That's it. So it's corrected that and done it in, what was that, 5 seconds? So very good. And it works, for me, flawlessly. It does a really good job. So for the operating system, Google TV, this is brilliant because we have incorporated all of our streaming applications. The most important ones, they're all there. In fact, everything. And of course, we do have Google Play Store. So you've got tens of thousands of applications, and you don't need to plug anything in to get this because, of course, it's built in. And the UI performance here, something I always test, this is fine. It's not laggy. It loaded in and cached in all of those thumbnails and everything very, very quick. I didn't really see any problems with that at all. And you have your typical settings in here. So you can see for the inputs, we can go and select the HDMI. It's currently Google TV that I'm running, of course. And then we have sound. So there's a few settings in here. So it's AI audio by default. You have standard, movie, music, sport, and you've got expert settings here. So you can adjust, well, that's an auto volume control. Getting out of that, and I'll just go through a few options we get with the picture. So brightness, in the standard mode, it's 10 of 10 anyway. We have the vivid, movie, eye protection, game, and custom. So under custom here, you can adjust then your contrast, saturation, and the color gain there, and sharpness, and the gamma. Now they do have TCL's true hue. So this is going to adjust that hue, the colors, the contrast, and this is frame by frame just to get the absolute best image quality. And so far, I mean, with the standard setting, I've been happy with these colors and the contrast we get. So as I said there in the intro, when we looked at the design too as well, 600 ISO lumens is our brightness, and that bulb in there is good for those 30,000 hours, up to 30,000 hours, which is excellent. So I'm just loading up here Prime Video from Amazon, and that's the first time doing that. Very, very quick, as you can see that everything has loaded in. I'm quite impressed with that performance. Now I am on my 5 gigahertz network. This is not 2.4 gigahertz. So that is excellent. This is Wi-Fi 5 spec, and it's fast. It's fast enough that it can cache everything in. Now just looking at this image, I wanted to talk about the sharpness. Obviously not looking as sharp as 4K because this is only 1080p, but it's a native 1080p. And I'm happy with it. My ALR screen is, yes, helping that sharpness. Now, because it's LED, we're not seeing any issues either with speckle. There's none of that. I'm not seeing any noise or artifacts, no rainbow effects. So far, very good. But what I want to do here is just log in. Oh, I see they've got the Night Manager now has gone for a second season. Wow, that's new. Okay, saw the first one. It was actually very good. So we'll see how quickly this is going to cache in. Now, obviously for copyright reasons, I cannot show you too much, and I don't want to ruin things for myself. So go to season 1 here, and let's just take the first episode. And it is a few seconds there of caching, and there we go. And that's running at 1080p again. So very good. Now, I'm impressed with the quality for 1080p. I think it's very good so far from what I'm seeing. I'm not seeing any issues with the optics either. I'm not seeing any area that's out of focus. No, it all seems to be very good with the A1S here at the moment. And this is now Netflix, and just like Amazon Prime Video, it loaded in really quick. And I can see when I go to the shows tab, that was a few seconds, but still, this is very, very good. Now head over to Cobra Kai. I've been watching some of this. We have, wow, 6 seasons of it now, and you can see that it is going to support HDR there too. In fact, it's just popped up in the top left-hand corner. So I'm going to quickly resume this. Again, I'm only going to show a few seconds for obvious reasons. And look at that. I mean, that just started straight away. That was almost instantaneous. It seems to pre-cache, so that's why that happened. But again, that quality is looking very good. That loaded in really fast, and overall, streaming services are running really well here on the A1S. This is YouTube now, and I'm taking a look at some footage that is in 1080p. In fact, it's 4K, but scaled down to 1080p, and it's HDR. The images look really good. I'm happy with the colors, the contrast, the gamma I think is excellent, considering the price grouping of this particular projector, the category of it being native 1080p, 600 ISO lumens, and the sharpness for 1080p is checking out. So as I said before, I've seen no blurry, patchy areas. The focus and the optics in this unit is very good. I'm not seeing any distortion. There's no grain. You don't see speckle because that's laser projectors that have the speckle or the rainbow effect. You're not going to get that here. And my ALR screen, of course, is helping out a lot with this. The saturation, color levels, of course, it depends on the actual content, but what I'm seeing here is very good. I'm happy with it. Doesn't seem to be overdone. I don't see anything being excessively artificial either. And all up, I think for 1080p, for what this is, the category, it is very good what TCL has done with the A1S's image quality. Now, of course, this is in a completely pitch black environment. What happens when I turn now a powerful light on? This is 150 watts, so it's bright, and you can see, of course, the image has degraded somewhat. Is it still viewable, the content? Well, you can see that you can watch it, yes. Would I be happy watching 1080p images on a projector like this in these kind of conditions? No, I want to be like that, of course, in complete darkness. So ideally try to watch with this projector, like any projector, in a completely dark room. And if you can, a proper projector screen will certainly help. But if you're forced to watch content with a bit of ambient light, as you can see now that it's doable, you can watch an episode or movie or something like this. It's just not ideal. And testing out gaming now with the A1S, that a bit of casual gaming, such as this racing game, Dirt 5, yeah, it's fine. The input lag, I don't find it to be an issue at all here. I mean, you do notice it a little. I won't say that it's absolutely perfect. I've got it in the gaming mode too, by the way, but you adapt to it, and I'm doing okay here. I'm driving pretty bad here, and that's not because of input lag or anything. So for casual gaming like this, yeah, this projector can be used, the A1S, for console gaming on the side. Time for a sample of those speakers now. So there are two 8-watt speakers giving us a total of 16 watts. And the speakers, they are 400cc, the capacity of them. And of course it is Dolby Audio. They're pretty good. Bass, they put out that 75 hertz. So it's nice and low. And the sample I'm giving you here is NCS, so no copyright songs. And I'm going to set the volume to 70% because it's quite loud. I mean, you hear 16 watts and you think, well, that's not that loud, right? But it's actually very good. When you're next to it, you can definitely hear it. So here's that sample. As for fan noise, well, you hear a little bit of it. It's about 30 decibels, and that's because it is actively cooled, of course. All projectors are, because they need to get rid of that heat so they don't overheat. And if you're next to it, yeah, you're going to hear it, but it's not offensive. It's a constant RPM once it settles down. Like at the beginning, it's a little bit higher once it powers on, but then it ramps down, and it just stays at that. So here's that sample. Okay, so recapping very quickly now, we've got powerful bass, good audio out of this for a small size projector that only weighs 2.59 kilos. Excellent build quality. You've got your HDMI input at the back, audio too is there, and it runs Google TV. Most important thing, you don't need to plug in an extra, say a Fire Stick or anything like that, or an Android TV box. No, because it's all there. You've got your streaming services, Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, and they're running in full HD and everything looks good. Image quality wise, I'm impressed for the price point. For what it is, for 1080p, native 1080p, 600 ISO lumens, good color, contrast. I don't see any focal issues being patchy, blurriness, or seeing strange ghosting effects, none of that. A bit of casual gaming, as I tested in this video, is good too as well. So TCL, I think they've got a winner with this unit. If you are looking for something a bit more affordable, this kind of size and category of projector. Now, if you want to know more information, please do check the link in the description of this video. That's where you can buy one of these and you can find out the pricing and availability for your region. Thank you so much for watching this video.